With Coach Holt now from Tennessee High. And Coach, so excited about this game on Friday Night Rivals, the return of the VT game. Just, I know from your perspective, you've got to be excited. Oh,
yes, ma'am. You know, I grew up Tennessee High. Football was all I knew for a long time, and we always experienced the VT game. So, you know, to have it back, it's super exciting, especially a good friend of mine is the head coach there, Derek Patterson. So we're super excited on our side of the line, that's for sure.
I think I remember talking to you and Coach a couple years ago when you started the tire flip thing and you were working to get this back going again. Your relationship made this happen. How cool is that to get that going, and like you said, against a good friend of yours?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. You know, we scrimmaged a couple years in a row, and then we invited them to the tire flip, and it's what Bristol needs when it comes to football. The VT game was such a big thing. You go back as far as you can remember, it was always such a great thing for both communities. You know, churches got involved, businesses got involved, State Street got involved. It's absolutely amazing, and it means a lot to these kids. I'm glad that these kids coming through get to experience that on both sides, really.
You're a little bit bigger school than them, but I'm assuming that those kids get pretty pumped up for this. So just talk about the matchup. That's a team that last year is coming off a really good year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, our guys know exactly what they're capable of. We've scrimmaged in the past 2 years. They're well coached. They're very disciplined. They're very physical. So our guys know what to expect going into that. And then, again, you ramp it up with a whole VT vibe for a whole entire week. You know, it's super exciting.
So talk about just, you guys are also Friday Night Rivals veterans. You do this every year. The chance for your program to get exposure here on Friday Night Rivals.
It's huge. The kids absolutely love it because, you know, it's one thing for local family to come and watch, but now if there's somebody that maybe lives out of town or somebody with some of their friends from camps or whatever can actually see them play, it's absolutely amazing to get these kids out, and it's something that they can see forever on YouTube after the game's over. It's always sitting there and it's like, hey, you know, that's me right there. It's just a great thing that you guys do, and we're super happy to be a part of it, especially when it comes to VT week.
So talk about your team, obviously playoff team last year. What's kind of the next step forward for your program this year?
For our guys, you know, this bunch of seniors, they were the freshmen my first year as a head coach. So the stuff we've been pushing culture-wise and our pillars and the things that we believe in, they don't know anything different. So leadership's big for us right now. We've got a great group of leaders. We've got a group of kids that are disciplined, they're simple, they're consistent, and they love the physicality of the game. And when Tennessee High football is really, really good, those are the things that we are. So we're really excited about that. You know, we got to replace some guys up front, but the guys getting ready to step in, and the coaches have coached their tails off getting them ready. We're just really excited, really ready to start hitting some people with other color jerseys for sure.
You took over the program at a time where they had some instability, a lot of coaching changes, a lot of things going on. How gratifying is it to now have Tennessee High headed back to where people around here are used to seeing them?
It's amazing because, like I said, I grew up, I went to Tennessee. It's football to me. Like, for a long time, I didn't think there was another football team. You know, when I was little, it was Tennessee High Viking football. And I think we're starting to kind of get that back. Kids are investing, you know, they're investing in the weight room. They see the importance of being there every day, the discipline it takes in the weight room. The great thing about the weight room is 135 pounds is 135 pounds. It don't take a rep off. And we're getting a lot better at understanding that. We're getting better at practice. It's good to kind of see things come in, and the language we speak, we don't have to explain again. So we're getting to where we want to be, and it's really exciting.
I know you guys are just kind of getting things underway with practices and stuff, but what's the biggest thing your team needs to accomplish between now and week one?
Just good practices. You know, we talk about stacking days. You know, we'll do 2 or 3 days in a row, and then maybe a fourth day doesn't look as good as some of those 2 or 3 days, but stacking practices, and they're more than capable of doing it. It's just it's a mindset thing, and they're getting a lot better at that. So the more practices we stack, the better off we are. We've kind of started slow the past few years, kind of getting ourselves out of the mud, and it can't be that way this year because of the difficulty of our schedule up front.
All right, that is Coach Holt again, VT game. So excited this game is back. So excited to have it on Friday Night Rivals.